Hello, how are you doing? So, this lesson is about Unit 1, Getting Acquainted. Getting acquainted quer dizer passando a se conhecer. Getting acquainted. Então, quando alguma pessoa é seu acquaintance, é uma pessoa que é conhecida sua, que você sabe mais ou menos quem é, mas não é, it's not your friend, it's not your colleague, it's your acquaintance. So getting acquainted, it means you are starting to know this person better. So how to get this person to know you better, how you know this person, okay? So let's go. Getting acquainted with someone. This is one goal of this unit. The second goal is to greet a visitor to your country. So you're going to know how to greet this person, how what you have to say about your customs, everything you need to tell this person about your own country. Okay. We're going number three. We're going to discuss gestures and customs, all the customs that we have all around the world, the gestures that we use in different countries. And as this lesson is about the present perfect, we are going to learn how to describe an interesting experience. So we use present perfect to talk about experience. Okay, so let's go. Customs around the world. So you know that different people around the world, all the people greet in a different ways. So now with this pandemic, people are not people were greeting, but people were not touching. Okay, because it's not appropriate to touch other people during this pandemic. So the greetings are different now. So what are the vocabulary? What's the vocabulary about these greetings? Let's see. We have people bow. So to take a bow is to do this movement to greet someone. So this is a good movement if you have a very social distance. So you take a bow. Some people kiss once or twice, but now until the vaccine is not appropriate. Okay, so but this is to kiss once, kiss twice on the cheek. Here in São Paulo, we usually kiss twice. Some people shake hands, also not appropriate now. So to shake hands, okay, this is a handshake, or if it's the verb, so you shake hands, okay. And some people hug. Some people hug, uh, not appropriate either. Okay. Well, these are some greetings, right? Other customs around the world is these ones. So exchanging business cards. So how people exchange business cards? They have different customs for exchanging business cards around the world. People still exchange business cards because they suppose people who live here in Brazil exchange business cards in one way, but in Japan they have this custom. Take a look. Some customs are very formal. People always use two hands and look at the card carefully. So you exchange with both of your hands in Japan. It's a sign of respect, okay? Other customs are informal. People accept a card with one hand and quickly put it in your pocket. So put it in your pocket. And some other people don't use even cards. They use their cell phones to take note the address or an important information, okay? But people still use cards, mainly salespeople, people who works with sales. Okay. All right. Another custom here is to get acquainted or getting acquainted. So when you don't know someone, we usually start a conversation that is called a small talk. A small talk is a very brief conversation about nothing serious or nothing special. So usually talk about the weather or you talk about something to know each other, okay? So in some places It's not polite to ask people about how much money they make. Of course, we don't ask, how much money do you make? It's not appropriate. But in some places, okay, so you can ask how much money people make. So this is a good collocation. You make money, ok? You make money. So você faz dinheiro no sentido de você ganha dinheiro. You make money. And you don't ask about how old they are. We don't ask about age. Yes, we ask, it's not appropriate. But in other places, to ask about these topics are okay, are appropriate. All right, so these are different customs, okay? So now let's take a look at this conversation. We started this lesson talking about how people get reacquainted. So these two guys, they've met before and now they recognize each other, so they know where they met, but they don't remember really well. Let's listen. Let's listen. You can pause, okay, and then come back and repeat, right? Let's go.
Read and listen to two people meeting in a hotel lobby.
You look familiar. Haven't we met somewhere before?
I don't think so. I'm not from around here.
I know. Aren't you from Japan? I'm sure we met at the IT conference last week.
Of course. You're from Mexico, right?
That's right. I'm sorry. I've forgotten your name.
Kamura Takashi. But you can call me Taka.
Hi, Taka. Leon Prieto. Please call me Leon. So, what have you been up to since the conference?
Not much. Actually, I'm on my way to the airport now. I'm flying back home.
Hey, we should keep in touch. Here's my card. The conference is in Acapulco next year, and I can show you around.
That would be great. I hear Acapulco's beautiful.
It was nice to see you again, Taka.
You too.
Okay, so let's understand this part of the dialogue. You look familiar. So you recognize this person. This person, you know from somewhere. You look familiar, okay? Haven't we met somewhere before? So this is tricky. So why do we use the present perfect here? Haven't we met somewhere before? Because here we don't have a specific time in the past. So it's not, did we meet somewhere before in 2 years, or I mean 2 years ago? So there isn't a specific time here. So we use the present perfect because the experience is more important. I want to know, I would like to know if we met before, if we've met before. So we use the present perfect. Haven't we met somewhere before? I don't think so. Eu acho que não. I don't think so. I'm not from around here. Não sou daqui, não sou dessa redondeza, né? Não sou desse lugar. I know. So anytime you need to ask a question that you almost sure about the answer, you can ask this question in the negative. So you say, aren't you from Japan? Another example, don't you go to the club? So you're using the negative, you ask in the negative, okay? All right. I'm sure we met at the IT conference last week. So in this case, we have the past because we have last week. So meet, met, met. The past of the verb meet is met. And the past participle of the verb meet is also met. So in this case, it's simple past because we have this definite time in the past last week, right? Of course, you were from Mexico, right? So just confirming here with this question, right? That's right. I'm sorry. I've forgotten your name. So in this case, I've forgotten your name is in the present perfect. Why? Because if I say I forgot your name, This is in the past. So now in the present, I remember your name. I forgot in the past, but now I remember. So this action is over. I forgot is over. When I use the present perfect, I've forgotten. It means that I don't remember till now. This is going on till the present. I forgot your name in in the past, and it's till now. I don't remember it. So I've forgotten your name, right? So that's why we use the present perfect. Kamura Takashi, but you can call me Taka. You can call me Taka. So this is the nickname, okay? Hi Taka, Leon Prieto. Please call me Leon. So what have you been up to? What have you? This is the contraction, the sound. What have you? What have you? What have you? You can pause and try to repeat. What have you? What have you? What have you been up to? What have you been up to? O que você tem feito? So what is the beginning of these actions? What have you been doing from the past to now? So what have you been up to? So this is a very informal greeting. O que você tem feito? Me conta suas novidades. And usually American people or British people, Canadians, they answer, not much, nada demais. Não tenho feito nada demais, assim, é uma resposta mais natural, automática que as pessoas falam. Not much. Actually, que não é atualmente, é um falso cognato. Na verdade, actually é, na verdade, actually. I'm on my way to the airport now. Eu estou a caminho do aeroporto. I'm on my way. So, I'm heading to the airport. I'm going to the airport. I'm on my way to the airport. Que quer dizer, eu estou a caminho, né? I'm flying back home. Estou voando de volta para casa. I'm flying back home. Okay. Hey, we should keep in touch. So this is an expression just to say that we should keep contact. We need to exchange numbers, business cards, to keep talking, keep in touch. Here's my car. The conference is in Acapulco next year, and I could show you around. So I can show you the city, I can show you my place, I can show you the company. So to show someone around is to show this place to this person, okay? That would be great. That would be great. Isso seria ótimo. I hear Acapulco is beautiful. I hear quer dizer eu ouço dizer, eu sei por alguém dizer, né? I hear Acapulco is beautiful. It was nice to see you again. So quando a gente se despede, when we say goodbye, we can say this nice thing like it was nice talking to you. It was nice to see you again. And the other person say you too. Não se esqueçam quando você tem que falar sobre have a nice day, por exemplo, se você vai desejar a alguém tenha um bom dia, have a nice day, have a nice weekend. Para responder isso, to answer this question, we say you too. E não for you too. A gente tira esse for, porque em português nós falamos para você também. Em inglês não tem esse pra. Então, a gente não pode usar esse for, tá errado, tá? Então, a gente só fala you too, ok? Well, agora você pode voltar esse texto no áudio, pausar e repetir cada frase, tá bom? Para treinar a pronúncia e o ritmo da fala. Alright? You can do it now, okay? Well, next, let's see if you remember those expressions. So, you say this when you want to offer to introduce someone to a new place. So, what do you say when you want to introduce someone to a new place? Pause, think about the answer, and the answer is I could show you around. I could show you around. Que quer dizer, eu vou te mostrar aí o lugar, aonde você está, tá? I could show you around. Para apresentar o lugar para a pessoa. Number 2. You say this to suggest that someone call or email you in the future. Pause. What it is? So the answer is let's keep in touch. Let's keep in touch. So você mantém contato, né? Vai ligar, vai mandar um e-mail no futuro. Alright. Number 3. You say this when you are not sure if you know someone, but you think you might. Do you know the answer? Pause that. Okay, so the answer is you look familiar. You look familiar. Você parece familiar. Parece que eu te conheço. Parece que eu te conheço. You look familiar, okay? Number 4, you say this when you want to ask about someone's recent activities. Você quer saber o que a pessoa anda fazendo. Pause. The answer is, what have you been up to? What have you been up to? Você pode completar com since the last time we saw each other, mas comum é só dizer what have you been up to? Ok? O que você tem feito de bom? O que você tem feito? What have you been up to? All right. So now, let's take a look at this speaking. So I would like you to answer now about this question. Suppose if you ask a person, what do you have to say? What's your advice when a visitor is coming to Brazil? So you have to give him or her advice about our customs. Think about 3 pieces of advice. Remember that the word advice, there is no plural. So we say 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces of advice, okay? Or some advice. So what are 3 pieces of advice that you can give to someone who is coming to Brazil? Which kind of advice you give him or her about our customs? Pause that, think about, try to answer it. You can record or you can write on the paper, all right? Some examples here, suppose. Questions like how old are you and how much money do you make aren't polite. So we don't ask these questions here, so you shouldn't ask them, so you can give this advice. Or don't exchange business cards with one hand, always use 2 hands. So here, no, because we use one hand just in Japan they use 2 hands. So think about this advice and tell me later, okay? All right, moving on, let's go here to page 4. Turn to page 4 and let's take a look at this grammar point. So what I would like you to notice is that we use the present perfect a lot in English. So, and when we use and how we use it. First, how we use this? We use with have or has, okay? So the have or has here, they are auxiliary. So they help the verb to make the sentence, to structure the sentence. So like this, we have or has, and we use this 3rd column, that is past participle of the verb, okay? So what is important to know about the present perfect? The present perfect is not over, it's not ended. So we started in the past and continues up to the present. So the action is still here in the present. It's different from the simple past, that the simple past is over. The action is, there is a definite time where the action took place. So now the action is past, it's over. Present perfect, no. We talk about experience, we talk about recent actions, we talk about this action that is started in the past and until here. So let's see some examples. We've met them. We've met them. It means that nós nos encontramos com eles, não sei quando e não importa o quando. Ou nós não nos encontramos com eles, também não importa quando nós não fizemos isso. Então, we haven't met them. Here the action is more important than when, so we use the present perfect. Here too, she's called him, she's called him. Pay attention at this contraction, she has called him. When? I don't know, it's not important. So I don't use the simple past because there is no definite time in the past. I use the present perfect. She's called him or she hasn't called him, okay? With the questions, we use have in the beginning. Have you met them? Have you met them? Yes, we have. No, we haven't. These are the short answers. Has she called him? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. Well, so these are yes, no questions. Now comparing. I've met Bill twice, don't know when. We met in 99 and again in 2004. So this is different because this is simple past. We have the time here when we met. So definite time, this is simple past. Okay, let's practice a little bit more. Here you see some irregular verbs. So these are some verbs that we use more often. Okay, this is simple past and past participle. So it's good now here to remember, to review these verbs, to see the list, not memorize them, but use them, okay? But it's good to take a look, to use this lesson to talk about, to have in your conversations more present perfect, okay? And here the regular, so we just use ed at the end of the verb. So now let's check. I will ask you again to pause to know the answer, okay? So number one, we need to complete these sentences. With the 2 o'clock express train many times. So you can see that here we don't have any specific time, just the number many times. Don't know when. So it's present perfect. But what do you think? It's A, take, B, took, or taken? Okay, we've taken. Yes, this is the past participle. This is the third column. We have to use taken. Number two, I had breakfast at 9, but I haven't lunch. Have, had, or having. So the first part of the answer here, I had breakfast at 9. We have a definite time in the past, so I had breakfast at 9. But I haven't had lunch. So we use the present perfect because I will have lunch. I haven't had lunch. So this is the present perfect. Past participle had, okay? Number 3. Allison has to the mall. A, went. B, gone. C, go. Pause. The letter is B, gone. Allison has gone to the mall. So it means that Allison is there. Okay, has gone to the mall. She's not back. She has gone. She is there. So we don't know when. Okay, but she has gone. She's there at the mall. Number 4, my younger brother has home from work. Come, came, or comes. Pause. So here we have letter A. So the verb is come, the past is came, and the past participle come again. My younger brother has come home from work. So this is a recent activity. It's still present perfect. I can see that he has just arrived. Okay, so he has come home from work. Do trabalho, né? Chegou em casa do trabalho. Number 5, they posted some messages yesterday. So this is past. Yesterday, posted some messages. but they haven't written, write, or wrote anything about their trip. So this is present perfect because you have a negative here, so it's not past. So written here, they haven't written, eles ainda não escreveram nada sobre a viagem. Ok? Trip, viagem, substantivo. Travel, verb. Okay? We use as a verb. Okay. Now this second part, just to finish, okay? Look, we have here complete the conversations with the present perfect or the simple past. Then practice the conversations with the partner. So now I recommend you to pause. You can do the exercise or on a paper, you can write on a paper the answers, or you can speak the answers. You can talk about these answers here orally. And then I will give you the answers, okay? So let's go. Number one, has Jake met our new teacher? Has Jake met our new teacher? It means present perfect because it has to be present perfect because we don't know, we don't have a definite time, we don't have a time here. So yes, he has. He has met her in the office this morning. So it means that this conversation is taking place in the morning. So in this morning, this morning it means that they are still talking in the morning, okay? So present perfect. Have they been to this class before? Have they been to this class before? It's a question. And the answer is no, they haven't. They are new at this school. They are new at this school. Ok? So, eu tô perguntando na vida aqui, se eles já tiveram nessa aula antes, é uma experiência de vida, então eu tenho que usar o present perfect. Number 3. Have you eaten in the new school restaurant? Have you eaten in the new school restaurant? Se você já comeu na escola, né, no restaurante da escola. No, I haven't. Is it good? De novo, perguntando sobre experiência de vida. Você já fez isso? Já comeu, né? Have you eaten in the new school restaurant? No, I haven't. É bom? Number 4. Have your classmates spoken with the school director? Again, we don't have a definite time, so we spoken. Have they spoken? Have your classmates spoken with the school director? Yes, they have. They spoke with her yesterday. So now it's not spoken, it's spoke because it's simple past. And then we have here yesterday, that is a definite time in the past. So here's the way, the only chance we have to use simple past. Number 5. Has Beth seen the new language lab? Present perfect because we don't know when they are asking this. If it was like yesterday, did Beth see the new language lab? But it's not the case. So, has Beth seen the new language lab? No, she hasn't, but she has seen the library. Why? Because also, again, we don't have a time. Okay, I hope you understand this. If you don't, take note of your questions. Ask me next class, okay? Then we can comment and talk, and I will clarify your questions, okay? I will answer your questions. At this time, it's good to do some exercises about the present perfect. They are on that essential grammar book, the red book, okay? Units 15, 16, and 17. So you can do these exercises on present perfect and practice a little better, okay? So see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful week and see you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.